Yeah, what it do? I got that V-neck on today. My collar ain't all fucked up. And I got my seatbelt on. I'm a safe driver. Yeah, what y'all think about weird artists? See, in my opinion, you have to be weird, man. Not intentionally being weird, but being your natural self. If you're an artist, you're gonna seem weird to other people. And that's how you know a true artist too. That's how you can tell a artist. 9 times out of 10 they shy, but a lot of artists get over that. They shy. They be in the shell, they own little world. You know, they're introverted. And they just consider weird. They just do things that I guess the majority of other people don't do. They may, like me, I may just get around a bunch of motherfuckers and don't say nothing. And it's not that I'm standoffish or nothing like that. I can still have good energy, but just not say nothing. Just sit and listen. Just listen. You know, and some people think that's weird, but I think you should fucking listen more than you should talk, especially when people talking about things you don't know nothing about. You should be quiet and you should listen. But listening is weird to some people. They like, man, this motherfucker weird. He don't talk. He just listens. And it's not, you know, I'm engaging as far as, you know, putting my 2 cents in here and there, but not taking over the conversation. You know, when I'm learning, I'm listening. So yeah, a lot of people consider artists weird and weirdos. Like, that's a weird motherfucker. So I don't know about that. But nah, it's just you. And this is what I tell my old lady this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? When you're great at something, you're gonna suffer in another area. You may be a hell of a athlete, but you ain't got no people skills. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something. You're gonna lack in some area. Now me, I'm kind of like almost well-rounded. You know, I do got hang-ups, but I have did a lot of work in a lot of different areas. You know, to kind of like be a jack of all trades, a master of none. But I'm a musician with a lot of trades. They can wear a lot of different hats. So my weirdness doesn't be so apparent when I'm dealing with folks. I don't care that it's apparent, because I broadcast all my shortcomings up front. I put my shit right on the goddamn table, so it ain't nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? We not finna be guessing, and I'm not finna be wondering. Nah, I'm just finna throw all my shit on the table. So a lot of artists, though, they not like that. And, you know, they just have to come into their own when they come into it. But that weirdness, man, it helps your artistry. Or that differentness. That thing that makes you different is what's gonna pull you over as an artist. So it's about, and being an artist is about embracing the weird, the non-norm, the taboo, tapping into the taboo and bringing it forefront and taking the taboo off of it, whatever it is. And my artistry works in a lot of different ways, but I have been trained, or I have went through training to use my artistry in a lot of different ways, not just one way, and be one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? true artist is gonna be hiding up under rocks and shit like that. And as a true artist, you know you hiding up under rocks, but you know you got to get up from up under that goddamn rock and stand up. It's not gonna be easy coming out the gate, because you're naturally, you know, a to yourself person, and crowds of people make you nervous and may give you a bit of anxiety. And it's gonna sound easy as hell what I'm gonna say, but what you gotta do is put yourself in those situations repeatedly until you break the ice. You know what I'm saying? With me, I had a coach, and somebody coaching me through my awkwardness and my fears of dealing with crowds of people. Because I had a fear dealing with crowds of people. Like one-on-one I could do something, but in the crowd, man, it was rough to communicate with a lot of people, because I had never done that before. So that was an obstacle I had to overcome. But I didn't overcome it in the rap world. I had to go to the selling world, the world of sales, to overcome that people fear. Now, I never had a gripe or a hang up as far as jumping on the stage and performing. I never in my life had that problem. Performing and doing what I do, I never, ever, ever, ever had a problem. But I did have a problem going into nightclubs and in strip clubs and everybody looking at you, which they not, but they are. It's like when you walk in a place like that, everybody looking at you, but they not looking at you. And then you being an artist, it is a lot of eyes looking at you, because you motherfuckers know artists and they expect you to conduct yourself a certain kind of way. They don't expect you to be a wallflower and a motherfucking shy in a shell motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I had to I didn't get it in the rap world. So, and that was the thing that was a problem with the record label, and what they had problems with me with, as far as selling myself to audiences and crowds and the people, and going out mixing and mingling with people, because I'm such a in the shell, in the box, not in the box. I'm definitely not in the box, because I'm very open-minded, but I'm so to myself and not communicating with a lot of people, because, you know, I had a communication hang-up. Especially, like, I don't really know you. I never had to go out and, like, talk to people on a humbug and make friends with motherfuckers, and I didn't know how to do that shit. And it was hard for me to just go and just be myself around people. You know what I'm saying? It made me uncomfortable. It made me nervous, you know? And I had to walk around different towns and cities, walking in barbershops and beauty salons, selling CDs, being put on the spot. I'm actually putting myself on the spot, but being on the spot and having to sell myself was so uncomfortable, and I just did not want to do it. When I was first doing it, it was just a major hang up for me, and I had a lot of problems, but I had a lot of help. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people helping me with my sales and my game, and it took me years to really be fearless. You know what I'm saying? I naturally wasn't fearless around crowds. Talking, performing, yeah, I perform like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, because that's different than being personable, and I had personable issues. But so let's just say from 2005, when I got out here and was selling that shit, I had them problems up until maybe 2000 and late 2006, maybe early 2007. I really grasped the idea and the concept of selling my CDs and selling myself. I still wasn't comfortable with a sit down conversation with strangers like that, but I had at least 10 minutes worth of conversation and 10 minutes worth of sales pitch in me, you know what I'm saying, to sell my shit. It wasn't until it took me about 5 years. 2010 is when I really came into my my own, as far as being a salesman, being able to sell myself and being unintimidatable to crowds. You know what I'm saying? I was intimidated when I came to a crowd, but now I'm unintimidatable. I can go any motherfucking way and talk to any goddamn body and can never be embarrassed, because I've been embarrassed and humiliated so many times that the shit made me fucking numb. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I will volunteer to be made of, not like made a fool, but to be the first one to try something, to look dumb trying something new. I'll be that motherfucker. I don't care, because of my training, the shit that I done been through. They got me to this point, but it was all for the artistry. But I had to go to the fucking flea market in Columbia, South Carolina. US 1 flea market is where I got my stripes. You know what I'm saying? Them still my people to this day. I don't go down there no more, but that's where I earned my stripes. And it was a real motherfucking block. It's a flea market, but that shit was like a block, and it was going down at that motherfucker. They was going to jail left and right, selling bootleg CDs. Real Columbia black people was there. Real niggas being real niggas, meaning that you had to show fearlessness when you were selling products, or they wouldn't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They see timidness or pussy, them niggas ain't gonna fuck with you. And you know, I had my coach there with me, the boss, and he was coaching me through the whole motherfucking shit until I just rose like that phoenix out of them goddamn ashes, man. At US 1, that hard ass motherfucking block. And shit, after that, nigga, it was a fucking wrap. It's a wrap. And that's where the salesman comes from in me today. I got that shit from US 1. I got the game from the boss. But the confidence and, you know, building that fearlessness and that fucking alligator tough ass skin to where you can say anything to me, nigga. It ain't gonna bother me. It ain't gonna bother my bottom line. I'm a real fucking businessman when I'm doing business. But all that came from US 1. But it's a process. And that's the main thing for artists too. That's why they have managers and things, and they get in bad deals sometimes, because they have people speaking for them, because a lot of times they don't speak up for themselves. They just shine timid and be like, I would rather delegate that task to somebody else. You know, a lot of artists aren't confrontational. You know, they not. And that's how they get fucked, because they not confrontational. You look at Pimp C. Pimp C didn't start out that way. He didn't start out cussing them motherfuckers out. He started out as a cool motherfucker, just like, you know, going with the flow. But he kept getting fucked to the point to where the motherfucker would just see that shit a mile away and cuss your motherfucking ass out instantly. Hey, that's some bullshit. Fuck that. Nope. Hell no. And standing up for everything. But you have to go through something to get that. And a lot of artists get deterred and don't make it because of that, and they'll quit. But nah, you got to keep going, and you got to just persevere, stay strong, be tough, and keep fighting. But yeah, man, a lot of artists are hiding under rocks and shit. True artists hiding under rocks, man. That's how you get these masterpieces. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody really love that shit and dedicating, putting their time and effort into that shit. Look at Kanye West. He wasn't always that outspoken person, but motherfuckers kept on fucking over him to the point to where he at now. And he dictating all the fucking terms. So yeah, that's what's up. Artistry, you know. Artists hiding under rocks.